Top 10 Scary Hotels in the World. Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be the most fun for those who love traveling but are also admirers of scary sightings. If you're one of the adrenaline lovers, you would love to stay in a hotel that has some ghosts roaming around it. But beware, these hotels have given some people a hell of a fright. If this is your first time in our channel, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the bell button below this video and clicking on the bell icon beside it. Let's take a look at the top 10 hotels that are haunted and scary beyond our imagination. 10. Logan Inn. The quaint Pennsylvania Logan Inn dates back to before the beginning of the Revolutionary War and is considered one of the most haunted places in America, with at least 8 ghosts roaming its rooms and hallways. Most of the reported ghost sightings take place in room 6, where guests have allegedly seen a dark figure behind them in the bathroom mirror, white mist moving throughout the room during the night, and small children appearing in the rooms. One particular ghost, a giggling little girl, reportedly likes to watch as women comb their hair in the bathroom. Comment below, how scary can that be? 9. The Omni Parker House. The Omni Parker House is a historic hotel in downtown Boston that's been home to plenty of ghost sightings throughout the years, including those of Harvey Parker, and mysterious sounds and occurrences. Charles Dickens once occupied the 3rd floor, and elevators are often sent to the 3rd floor for no reason. In one particular room on the 10th floor, guests have complained about the sound of a rocking chair keeping them awake during the night, but to their surprise, the hotel has never had a rocking chair. 8. Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast. The 8th in our list is the actual home where Lizzie Borden's family was infamously murdered in 1892. What happened was, on August 4th, 1892, a wealthy and respected elderly couple, Andrew and Abby Borden, were found murdered in their home in Massachusetts. They'd been hacked to death with an axe. Lizzie went out for some chore. When she came back, she found her parents murdered on the couch. The police thought it was Lizzie who murdered her father and stepmother, but no evidence was found against Lizzie. After a little while, the Borden home was converted into a bed and breakfast, which is maintained as a historic home with added trimmings of creepy kitsch. The signboards scare people with quotes like, "Do not consume alcohol, as there have already been 2 head injuries in the house." The house, which also operates as a museum, is dedicated to the suspected killer. Her father and stepmother is known for strange happenings, including doors opening and closing on their own, and a mysterious floral scent that some say are signs that the Borden spirits still linger on. 7. Stanley Hotel. If you've seen Stephen King's chilling novel, The Shining, it would be enough to say the inspiration is taken from the Stanley Hotel. The Stanley is considered to be one of the most haunted hotels in America. In 1911, an explosion in room 217 sent chambermaid Elizabeth Wilson through the floor with 2 broken ankles. She survived and had her medical bills paid, but many believe she still haunts the halls. Likewise, guest lodgers have, over the years, continually reported the appearance of a ghostly figure on the 4th floor with a description loosely resembling Flora Stanley. Stephen King counts himself among the believers. Countless guests have encountered paranormal activities, including doors shutting, pianos playing, and unexplained voices while visiting the hotel, especially on the 4th floor and in the concert hall. The hotel even offers ghost tours and an extended 5-hour paranormal investigation. How cool would it be to visit there? 6. Taj Mahal Hotel. Taj Mahal Hotel, opened in 1903, is the most beautiful and sophisticated tourist destination, but has a past tainted by terrorism, death, and ghosts. W.A. Chambers, who was working as a head architect, approved blueprints before going on a short trip to the United Kingdom. When he came back, it turned out that the hotel had been built facing in the opposite direction to which he'd intended. Devastated enough by this error, Chambers committed suicide by jumping from the 5th floor. His spirit is known to be roaming the halls of the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. They claim to see him, hear him, and to have been physically assaulted by him. It's said that Chambers is still looking after the hotel and managed to knock down a staff member unconscious who was attempting to steal precious silverware. Pretty good for the hotel, isn't it? The hotel attracted many well-known guests. Moreover, it was used as a military hospital for some time during World War II and sustained a vicious terrorist attack in 2008. It saw several guests held hostage within the hotel, resulting in 137 deaths, with 31 of these deaths occurring within the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. 5. The Flamingo Hotel. The Flamingo Hotel, the oldest operating resort on the Las Vegas Strip, seems to have enough lights to ward off any dark spirits, but apparently this isn't the case. Mobster Bugsy Siegel played an important role in developing the extravagant hotel and casino, but angered his investors by spending beyond his means, and was fatally shot soon after the hotel's opening. Most of the ghost stories revolve around Benjamin Bugsy Siegel, the mobster. He is said to haunt the presidential suite, which reportedly has the gold faucets and bathroom fixtures from his old apartment in the hotel. He has also been seen in the garden near his memorial, where his old apartment is said to have been located. In the October 1999 issue of the Casino magazine, it was reported that dozens of people have seen Bugsy's ghost in the presidential suite of the hotel. A few have seen the ghost wandering the twisted paths of the garden. 4. Hotel del Coronado. The luxurious Hotel del Coronado is known for its stunning views of the sea, but also for the haunting by a woman named Kate Morgan. On Thanksgiving Day in 1892, the 24-year-old checked into a third-floor guest room and waited for her lover to meet her there. After 5 days of waiting, she took her own life. There have been reports of a female figure in a black lace dress on the property, along with mysterious odors, sounds, moving objects, and self-working TVs in the room she stayed in. Most of the activity happens in Kate's original third-floor guest room, where visitors have experienced flickering lights, a television that turns itself on and off, breezes coming from nowhere, inexplicable scents and sounds, items moving of their own accord, doors that randomly open and close, abrupt changes in room temperature, and unexplained footsteps and voices. The story of Kate Morgan continues to intrigue hotel visitors, and the room in which she stayed is the most requested guest room at the hotel. 3. The Russell Hotel. Here's a story all the way from Australia. The Russell Hotel in Sydney has a darker side. The Russell Hotel's history reveals several murders, including that of a sailor who was murdered by a prostitute, and that of Senior Constable Henry Murrow, killed in 1897 and found with a mysterious wound in the back of his head. This turbulent past has resulted in the concentration of paranormal energy contained within the Russell Hotel. Room number 8, where the sailor died, is the most haunted room in the entire hotel, where he manifests and shows himself to lone women sleeping within the room, always appearing at the foot of the bed, startling the sleeping women within. Another paranormal event is that of disembodied footsteps throughout the building, but usually heading up to the stairs. People have also reported sudden dropping temperatures, feelings of uneasiness, electronics turning off and on by themselves, screams emanating from empty rooms, and sighting people who tend to disappear into thin air shortly after. Shivered hearing this, huh? 2. Fairmont Banff Springs. The luxurious Canadian hotel Fairmont Banff Springs was built in 1888 and has welcomed guests throughout history, including Marilyn Monroe, Helen Keller, and Queen Elizabeth II. Probably the most famous of all the specters residing in the Fairmont Banff Springs, the story of the Ghost Bride dates back to the late 1920s. On the young couple's wedding day, the bride, decked out in her wedding gown, descended one of the hotel's marble staircases. Something startled her, causing her to slip and fall. Whatever the cause, the result is the bride died on those steps. Since then, hotel staff and guests have reported seeing a veiled figure moving up and down the stairs, or seeing a figure in a wedding dress dancing in the ballroom upstairs, pining for the first dance with her husband that she never had. According to hotel lore, a family staying in room 873 was once murdered, and the spirits never left the room. Guests who stayed in the room after it was cleaned up reported being awoken by shrieks, and maids who cleaned the room allegedly found bloody fingerprints on the mirror that couldn't be cleaned. The spirits still haunt the visitors. Number 1. The Langham. The Langham Hotel in London has 5 regular ghosts, but seeing as how the hotel's been in operation since 1865, perhaps that's not too surprising. Room 333 is said to be the most haunted in the hotel. The ghosts include a German prince who committed suicide by jumping out of a 4th-floor window. He's been sighted walking through doors in the early morning and is said to be the most active ghost in the building. He's very fond of room 333. Look for a stocky man in a military jacket. Second is a honeymooning doctor who killed his wife before killing himself. This ghost was seen in room 333. He's recognized by his blank eyes and Victorian dress. Third is the Emperor Napoleon III. He lived at the Langham during his exile and still hangs out in the basement. Fourth is a hallway haunting man with a gaping wound on his face. There's also a butler who roams the halls and a ghost who likes to toss guests out of their bed, especially in room 333. This makes it the 5th ghost seen in the room. That's all for now, guys. Please comment which of these hotels gave you a mini heart attack. If you liked the video and got some information about the hotels of your interest, please hit the like button.